Hi everyone, this is Jeanette with Jandapanda Treasures and welcome to my mess. It's a beautiful mess. How is everyone? As I try and get organized here. I got lots of sterling to go through, but I did download that rock identifier. And I actually did a scan of this right here. It came back as sapphire, according to the app. So I went to my Presidium, and it's tanzanite. But I do have to, disclaimer here that the app has 3 different things it could be. Not one of them was tanzanite, one was iolite, and something else. And that very well could be what it is, because these guys right here are glass, and it's in a nice sterling setting. It's just a beautiful ring. There is a little bit of a scratch on the surface, but it has kind of like a little bit of purple sparkle in that blue, and it's a dazzler. This is going to be available on Sunday. I get a measurement. Do I have my measuring device? Yes, I do. And a polishing cloth. This definitely needs a polish. So this is at 7 3/4. Okay, it fits me, and it fits nicely, but for me it's a little too loose. But it's a real pretty ring. And it has a semi-precious stone in a sterling setting. I think it says Thailand in there. So, yeah, it just needs a good, it's just by using this, it's so much improved. Yeah, that's one side right there. And here's the other. Not so, let me get in focus. Not as shiny and pretty as this side. So this is all you're gonna need for this ring. It's not filthy. It's in really good shape. And there's no wobble to the stone. And the emerald cut stones are there. Well, they're glass, so. Anyway, so that is going to be available. And it's a huge tanzanite. Huge. And look at that sparkle. Yeah, there's no way this is sapphire. And if it was sapphire, it'd be a synthetic. And it would not be set in sterling, it would be set in gold. So that's just my take on it. Opals. This is it's really a beautiful opal bracelet. It definitely needs an intense cleaning. I don't know if you can do it with you could probably do it with just this and some elbow grease. You can't dip it because of the stones, but you can do this on the exposed part. I don't know. I guess you can get in there with a toothbrush and the silver polish and really do a good job. It's sterling. Well, and opals are, it's a personal choice as to, what it is you want from opals. This does have a little bit of sparkle in it, but these are not as sparkly as, say, this particular one. Okay. And this is this is an antique right here. This is an antique. It's most likely Edwardian. It could be Victorian, but I know it's at least 100 years old. And the attributes it has is that there is a little bit of sterling in here, mostly gold. And these opals are fabulous. See, I like a lot of fire in my opals, but that might not be your choice. This has a little bit of fire in them. Can't really see it. But this is sterling, so you're looking at a difference here, and those are definitely real diamonds. The difference between these two price-wise, this one's probably $7,000, maybe more. This one is probably $70 to $100 on the retail market. And it is marked sterling. And it's open back so that some of that light can diffuse through the stone. Same thing with this. And anyway, so, you know, I think personally, I like them both. I do like them both. But this is from my personal jewelry. And this is in my inventory, this one. So yeah. Yeah, this is my ultimate favorite piece besides my wedding ring, of course. But I have a lot of fun favorites, but this I was happy to find. And I know it seems like a lot of money, but it's something I wanted. And this would be a nice one too. This I wouldn't turn this one away, that's for sure. Don't ask me to make a choice, because I know which one I'm gonna pick. But anyway, this is still pretty. You can still see there's fire, there's flame. And it is sterling, and it will clean up very nicely. So, yeah. Oh, wow. It's really polishing nice. So a little work on that, and I'll be happy. Let me get a size here. Do I have a tape measure visible? Oopsie. Yeah, I'm just kind of going through my sterling here. Some surprises. So the widest is almost 3 inches wide. That's a good size. But because it's, oh, no, wrong one. This is the one I need to measure. Oopsie, I'll get to that. So this is 2.5. And it opens like so. Nice closure there. Everything seems to be working. I don't know why I saw it in a repair pile. What's this? Oh no, that's why. Look at this. It's got to go to the jewelry doctor. That's why. That's why it was in the repair. Because this little guy came out. That's not a hard fix. Might be something I can do with just a little... Oh, wow. I saw that just laying on the... Yeah. So there we go. That's the reason why it was in the repair pile. But that's, you know, just needs to be prong set back in its spot. So I'm glad I have that. That's why it was in the repair pile. All right, let me find an envelope for those. Do not want to lose the pieces or the parts. Yeah. Okay, so I'm happy we figured that out. Okay, another thing that was in my repair pile is this beautiful, gorgeous, this is semi-precious stone. I don't remember which one it was, but there's a problem with it. And I don't know if you can see it. There it is, right there. It's missing a stone. My thought was, instead of trying to match it, is maybe just kind of do like an artistic thing and put in a different colored stone altogether, because these are all oval shapes. So I would have to find the shape for that little spot right there. But these are gorgeous. And but I like the setting. I like the back even. Just maximum light get through there. And the nice clasp. Clasp is in. So the only problem with this, with this gem, okay, it's probably push. Yeah, push. There we go. That's the only problem with this. And there's so much beautiful silver on here. And the inside measurements, 2 3/4. Just gorgeous. Yeah, there it is staring at you right there. So repair pile. But that problem with that one is finding, I've got a stone for the other one. The problem with that one is finding a stone to fit in there, which should be okay. Just need a pretty one. Okay, what else have we got here? Clear this off. I have got, whoops, hit the camera. Put you back in here. Empty bag. These just came in. I just opened it less than 15 minutes ago. Costume pieces. Look at these cute little Christmas trees. That's not a Christmas tree. Here it is. Nope. There it is. But it's like a rainbow, almost like a watermelon, or what's that other one? Really pretty glass. Christmas trees, pierced. This I thought was interesting because there's 3 of them. These, either they're very heavy glass or it's a very pale pink. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, very pale pink. But these could be stone. And I don't know why there's 3, unless you have 3 ears. But they're going to go together because it never fails. Someone's going to lose an earring. That's all. These feel cold. These feel like, I'm going to test them for quartz. They might be rock quartz. The findings are unmarked. There's a 925 on there. These could be artisan made, and that needs to be tucked in there. Get in. There we go. But they're graduated, just beautiful. And these, I'm guessing, are 16 inches. But the sparkle. This strand feels old because you see how faceted they are, but it's almost like you hold them and there's no facet because they're so smooth and silky. They're silk knotted, and I'm not sure if this is silver or not. I'll take a quick peek. don't see a mark on there. It does have the fish hook style pinch closure. I don't see anything. However, this is so long that you can double it. It's long enough to double. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. "23 inches. And they're just a beautiful, clear yellow. And I don't know if it's the threads that are giving it that yellow cast or if they're actually yellow. But they're so, I mean, you can tell they're, you know, by holding them that they have facets, but they also feel silky as compared to this, which feels like facets. So that's a nice one. All right, continuing on. This looks like somebody put this together, but how they put it together is fabulous. I don't know if these are glass. I will test them. These look like freshwater pearls. And so these are either glass or stone. But if you look, let me get you close. You can see how somebody linked them together. So did these come from somebody's chandelier? It's possible. I've seen that done before, and it turns out beautiful. So, and as it sits, measurement on this is 16 inches total. And there is an extender, and I believe that says 925. No, there's no mark. No 925. Oh yeah, there it is. It does say 925 on that. Right there. You can't see it, but I can with my loop. Okay. This is a fabulous closure. It does say silver on the back. I don't know if this is amethyst or not. It kind of looks like it because they're not consistent in color. I'll bet this is amethyst. I will find out. But look at the cuts on that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you can tell and it's cold, and you can kind of tell by the variation in color from bead to bead that is amethyst. It's 7.5 inches. So that's a 15 inch right there. And why is it bent there? Is this a wire? No. Okay. So it's strung on purple silk. So just gorgeous. These are cute. Freshwater pearl with like a slice up here. Again, I don't know what this is made of. The wires say 925. So yeah, this is worth a test anyway. Those are cute, really cute. Lastly, I have this one and matching earrings. Now this earring right here just needs to be reshaped. They're on sterling. They're small. Not sure if that's sterling. No, it looks like a silver plate to me. But real pretty beads. And this one does have an extender, and it measures about 7.5, but there's a little play there. What I would do, because I'm not overly impressed with these earrings. Not that one, this one. I'm not overly impressed with this earring. I would attach one of these to the end there just to give it a finish, like a finished look, because I think that would be, so just imagine that this has one of these at the end. I think that would look, listen to me, redesigning jewelry. Okay, let's look at more jewelry. These are costume. I'm gonna look these up. Just got these in today too. Everything's intact. These are most likely glass. And that's what they look like on the back. They look like little Christmas trees. Clip-ons. And then these big buttons, they're about the size of 50-cent pieces. And it's like from that compressed, like, I want to say compressed powder stuff. I don't know. It's not Bakelite, but they're cool. I like them. Big old buttons. And they're about 1 3/4 inches. So that will help you hold back your hair. All right, pendants, pendants, pendants. This, I believe, is sterling. I will double check and test it. That's most likely a turquoise piece in there. It's pretty cool. This is a very pretty sterling pendant. Lots of filigree on that. It's kind of hollow. It is marked 925 right there. Just gorgeous. All 925 metal. Until I get to this part, these are all earrings. There's a lot of earrings. I better give you a better look. Okay, so these are all earrings. These are all sterling earrings. This one, and these guys, all sterling. So if you want to get to the earring portion, you can skip ahead, but I've got necklaces, about another 10 more pieces to look at. Okay. Little sterling charm. This is a wagon. Let's see here. I might have to blow it up a little bit. Cute little wagon. Not mad at it. It's just small. I have a bracelet. I wonder if it's still on my desk. That goes with this dried flower. These are really vivid colors right here. In a sterling, it's a cabochon in a sterling frame for a necklace. It's really pretty. Okay, I don't know what to do with this. I'm assuming it's sterling. Let's see what happens when I do this. Yeah, it's coming off. Let me put it in. It's a solid. This is a solid ring. Let me measure it real quick. It's about, I would call it 6 3/4 or a 7. Let's put it in here for a sec. see what happens. See if we can get this to look new. Oh, this stuff stinks. Whoops, this might need the Wyman's silver polish because there's a lot on here. Let's see if I can find it. It's kind of cloudy in there now that I stirred it all up. Let's see if I can get this. Not bad at all. Wow, that looks great. Let's see what, let me get the napkin. Oh yeah. Close this up. Get this out of the way. It's amazing what about 30 seconds can do for sterling in that bath. Pretty. Definitely can use like a polish though, more so than just the dip, but at least all the tarnish is off. That's nice. I'll put the sterling over here. Okay. Clean up the area a little bit. All right. It's a nice sweet ring in really good condition. Open in the back. US size 5 and between 5.5 and 5 3/4. Amber. This could also use a polish. Yeah, that'll come clean, but I can't put this in the dip. Now I can take a Q-tip and go over it. Yeah, that's definitely amber. And it's small. It's smaller than the last one. Yeah, it's like maybe a 5.5. That is so pretty. Amber is beautiful. This ring I believe to be carnelian. Faceted heart. Yeah, you can see the inclusions in there. It almost looks like slush or something. All right, just another gorgeous piece that needs clean, but it takes to the polishing cloth. This is marked 925. Yeah, that's gonna look gorgeous. Even the stone is just revived. It's open in the back, and the markings are all there. I think it says ESPO 925 and other stuff. Any other rings here? Yes. It's a heart. Okay, it's open in the back, so let's do the little dip and swish. It's in there. See if I can get it out. I'd have to get my finger in there. Yeah, this isn't going to come out easily. I just want to put my hands in there. Oh, wow. Get rid of this. Oh, wow, look at that. It looks beautiful. Make sure to get all that stuff off of there. Wow. Cute little heart. It's really important that you look at it before you put it in the dip, because you don't want like this to be like enclosed with a little hole and then you've got, you know, chemical trapped underneath there. So just look at the jewelry before you do that. This is 5 3/4. Cute little ring. Still kind of wet. Do we have any other rings in here? That's empty. That's empty. No other rings. So let's continue on. Sterling Kitties. This is something I probably wouldn't put in a dip, but I would polish it only because I think that the darkness inside there kind of helps, you know, give the piece a little bit of character. This is vintage. The pin sticks out quite a bit. I don't see any sterling mark, but it could be on there. I know it's sterling, but I will double check and test it. Don't see it. But they're cool kitties. Is that a Zapata? 925. Yes, Silpata. Beautiful orange. I'm going to test this one because Silpata is known for using semi-precious stones. And the other thing about Silpata is they don't use this much sterling. Usually they have sterling accents, but then I could be wrong. I mean, the pieces that I have seen, this one's got some issues with its chain. Needs a, is that a knot? No, just needs some tweakage. But yeah, that's a nice Silpata piece. And I love that stone right there. Okay, so this is sterling. It's a sterling tennis necklace. I don't know what the stones are made of, but it's vermeil. And it also says, it has a brand. I think it says is Hollycraft. Not Hollycraft. It's something similar to that. No, it said nothing like that. It's Adinas, A-D-I-N-A-S Jewels. 925. So length on this. Seven inches. That's a 14-inch necklace. You could add some more chain. And these stones definitely need to be tested. Looking forward to that. This definitely needs a polish. Already it looks fabulous. I believe that to be an amethyst. Beautiful pendant. Not huge. I mean, you can see it's the tip of my finger right there. Nice, beautiful. I dipped this one already. This was so gray that you couldn't tell it was sterling. Drop is 8.25. Very fluid piece. There's a ring in here. Oh, looks like a braid. Oh, it's a 9-inch, or 9-inch, size 9. Let's see which finger I'm a size 9. Not many. It might go on this one. I'm not going to force it. Almost goes there. Yep, there we go. So none of my fingers are a size 9. So there's that. More goodies here that are sterling. And then I'll show you the earrings. Lots of earrings. This is really pretty. Sterling. I don't know what the pink stone is, but definitely will test it. A nice fine box chain, sterling as well. I like the way it's attached. Okay, get off of that. Just so pretty. These down here have like a little bit of a pink cast, the emerald cut pieces, and then that beautiful center stone, and then the white prong set. Really pretty. Nice long, well, the chain looks pretty long, so that's good. I mean, this is gift quality, so if you're thinking of somebody for the holidays, and a nice long 18-inch chain should do the trick. Those 18-inch chains are quite expensive, so think about it. And plus, this is sterling too, I'm sure. Let me look. Okay, I don't see a mark right off the bat, so that will have to be tested. I'm not worried about it. I'm pretty sure it is. It feels and looks like sterling, but I just like to be sure. Sterling. liquid silver and the sterling beads. Eight and a quarter inch drop. These are all going to be about 16 inches. I did put this in the dip. Don't be mad at me, but yeah. There was just no way I could have gotten those clean, so I decided I was going to risk it. And what I did was I dipped it real quick, just kind of kept it in water for a little bit just to get it out from underneath the beads and let it thoroughly dry. Because those aren't hollow beads per se, but I just went for it. I should not have. I didn't know what I was doing, so just remember, know what you're doing before you do something. This could have been a total disaster, but it's perfectly fine, pretty strong. Okay, nice chain and pendant. This one also got dipped. Hammered, circular, 925. Chain is also marked 925. And I think this is 16 inch, well, 8.5, so. You'll find that sterling chains have a different size than standard chains. It's slightly off or different. Okay, what's this? This also got dipped. And these are hollow. Again, I probably would never recommend that, but these were just so tarnished. And it's on a sterling, very fine sterling, looks like paperclip chain. And these are all just little floating beads. Same thing, 16 inches, maybe a little more. This goes into a bag because that's a very, very fine chain that I don't want to get tangled with other things. All right, almost done with these guys. It's already 42 minutes and I haven't even gone through the earrings, and I want to do that. Sterling silver Figaro chain. Nine and a half inches. Bag for that. Okay, so I put this on a cord. This is sterling silver, and it is, oh, it's marked, it's Carolyn Pollock, and this is red coral. I think I've shown this before. This is almost like a bead enhancer. You just pull it open. Is that the way? No, it opens here. It's a nice tight fit, apparently. I don't normally force things. There we go. It's got a nice solid closure, but I put it on this cord. I like it. Okay, so I did the gem thing on this. Came back as fake turquoise, but since I had trouble with it calling this sapphire, I'm not sure. But there is another problem with this. There is a noticeable crack right here. And rocks tend to crack where they're the weakest. So, and this is polished, and I don't know if there's some sort of a coating on it, and maybe that's what, I mean, it could be the coating that cracked. However, when I look at it, I don't know if you can see it, it does look like it's cracked right through there. So, unfortunately, since I can't tell if it's sterling or not, I could take it apart. I mean, turquoise. I could take this off, but it's a broken stone, so what am I gonna do with it? So, too bad. All right, here's some costume. Still researching these. I suspect these are Juliana's. D&E. I need to find documentation because they're not marked, of course. None of Juliana's is, but there's books out there, and I need to find the whole set. According to Emily, that's the best way to identify them. These are gorgeous. I love them. And let's get to the sterling. I'll kind of go through the sterling ones rather quickly. Put these in a bag. Put those aside. So this whole bucket is sterling. Okay. These are cool. I'll put a light on these, find out if they're ruby or not, but these are bright, bright red. These are pierced. Here's my little baby UV light. These do not. Oh, wait a minute. They might have some. I'll have to test these on the Presidium because they do have certain. Yeah, that one right there actually does react to the UV light. Some of them do. So that would be worth the trouble too. And they're on sterling. They're sterling. These are really pretty. I like them. These are also believed to be sterling. These are clip-ons. Let me double check. I don't know for sure if these are sterling, but they're beautiful. Whatever they are, I'll test them because this was in the sterling lot that I bought. But I don't see any marks unless they're underneath something. So we'll figure that out. We'll figure it out. Okay. These are obviously amber, and these are really like a amber teardrops. Yes, quite amber. And I'm not sure if these are sterling. Put them back on here. I don't want to lose them. All right. Yeah, the rest of it's going to be pretty easy to show you because they're small, and I don't know that I normally don't bring small stuff to auction. Those are cute. I love these. And they have that little snap closure there. These are great. So if you're looking for sterling to wear or to gift, okay, these are all little studs. Little stud earrings. You can kind of see it this direction. So you got the little crosses. These like, you know, meant to catch the light, faceted kind of metal. These are some sort of maybe an Irish or Gaelic thing. And then these little stars right there. So we got those. Lots of hoops. This is kind of a square hoop. This needs a polish. These actually have those little snap closures right there. So that's smaller hoops. Here's some more. These are smaller as well. They also have that similar closure. This is what they look like when they're tarnished, as opposed to, these are about the same size. And these look like amethyst or maybe a smoky topaz. We will have to investigate. Little pearl, maybe garnets. These are gorgeous. I'll have to test those. These are, there's 3 pairs of earrings on here. You can see on the back. Very, very nice. I don't know if that's citrine or not. These need polishing. They're hollow. I gotta clean them by hand. A lot of them come without backs to them, so I have to add them. I can't tell if they're hollow. If I see any kind of open, I can probably dip these if I can, you know, nothing's open, you know, or that can go into those tubes. Now this, I gotta fix. This does not close all the way, so, and I'm wondering if maybe, I have to see what needs an adjustment, if it needs to be adjusted here to make it go down further, because I don't want to mess with the post. I think if I just applied a little bit of pressure here, but those, and just so it closes. So I'm thinking this is sticking out too far forward. That's my guess. More polishing needs to be done on these, and these are hollow, and oftentimes they have a hole. These do not have a hole. That might make my life easier. And I do have to check the other one because that one might have a hole. Just don't know. And these are not hollow. Well, maybe they are a little bit. I don't know. But those definitely need to be dipped. Oh, and that app said that these were diamonds. They're not. They are better than glass. They are vermeil. And then you have the whale tails right there. These are nice hoops that need a polish. These cute little studs down here, turquoise and sterling. Oh yeah, and the app said that these were fake turquoise. Now, I understand that, you know, turquoise can be considered fake. Okay, so I understand that, you know, halite can be turned into what looks like turquoise, but these, they're so small. Why would anybody want to do that with these small things? So I am calling it turquoise. They have to be turquoise. They're Native American. And I probably should change that. 2 more cards here. Semi-precious stones right here. This came out citrine, garnet, and I forget what that one was. And the last card are these beautiful pearls. And these are like peacock, and these are sterling. So that is all I have to show you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Sunday, which will be, what is 7th, 8th, 9th. Sunday, the 9th of November at noon. Bye.